All right, we are live. Let me get this tweeted out for everybody here. So we're doing a something a little bit different this time. Trying to do this through the Zoom. 1 second here. All right, so we get this tweeted. Give me 1 second. All right, so I think I need to share it this way. Give me 1 second. Here. Okay, copy. Okay, copy the clipboard. All right, hey guys, hold on 1 second. Can everybody hear me okay? Let me get this tweeted out here. I know, right? Yeah, I'm trying here. I'm just trying to get this figured out here. Trying to use Zoom as the broadcaster this time. So give me 1 second as I get this tweeted here. It's moving a little slow, but it should be okay. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, click the button. Click. All right, looking good, looking good. All right, so everybody can hear me okay, so that's good. No, we're good. We're on YouTube. Yep. It does, yeah. It costs like I have to pay a little bit to do like the basic kind of stuff here, but as long as you guys are in YouTube, right? Like everybody's in YouTube, right? All right, cool. Let me actually see if I can detach this chat. Give me 1 second. Pop out chat. That'd be kind of cool. All right. So if I go like this, then I should be able to do everything here. Yeah, I know, right? We should look at Zoom. All right, so everybody can hear me okay? So we're good? Okay, good. All right, so we'll get started. So sorry about the delay there. It was just trying to figure out how to use Zoom to get into YouTube. So it seems to be going through a little bit clearer, so that's good. All right, well, let's kind of take a quick look here, everybody. So welcome anybody new. If you're joining us new on YouTube, please be sure to subscribe. This is where we're at. So we have so far on the SPX, this is a just kind of update on the market. So SPX so far, the month is wrapping up, right? This is the last week of the month, and we're gonna have a short week next week, right? We have a Labor Day next week, so that's gonna only give us a short week next week. So we've taken the so far the month is a kind of a thick red spinning top, but again, everybody's been like super duper bearish, and we've talked about that before. We've talked about why, and one of those reasons is that we've had such sharp moves down. Like we haven't really seen a couple of these big red months. We haven't seen like these sharp moves down, and we've seen a lot of sharp ones here. So it's got everybody freaking out that that things are going to just continue that sharp move down, right? It's just kind of the natural human instinct, right? So we look at recent patterns and we think they're going to repeat themselves, right? And so that's why we gapped up this morning for the most part, right? Because everybody, we'll take a look at it, everybody last week was like super bearish over the weekend, right? And the market's pretty funny that way, especially if people have a lot of position, they can take out some stops. Not surprised to see this gapping up today. So, but in general, right, we came off of this, the topping tail off of the upper Bollinger Band, and we came back down, to kind of form this month so far. So off the weekly chart, this is what we've seen, right? We've kind of seen these all-time highs right here, and then this kind of big push down, and then a couple pause weeks right here, right? Actually, inside week last week. Now we're working on a double inside week this week. So that's very interesting. Right now, today was an inside day, right? So we gapped up. No, we're in YouTube. Hold on 1 second. YouTube. Should be YouTube. Yep, YouTube. Hold on 1 sec. I think we're good. Somebody was Yep, YouTube. Everybody can see me on YouTube, right? Should be able to see on YouTube. Anyway, yeah, so sorry, just kind of getting used to the whole configuration here. So yeah, so inside day so far on the daily, and inside days so far on the daily, and basically, we pushed down below the cloud pretty hard on Friday, right? So, you see this kind of big trend. Everybody's like, oh, this is going to keep going, right? Well, it doesn't quite work that way. Right? Last time we down move and then green, 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 right? Down, down, green, right? I mean, usually like it doesn't go straight line, right? And we did see like a couple of green day, red days right here, but it was kind of working with, this type of situation that we had, right? We had this upward trend line that we broke down. Here's our minor pivot, trying to push. Oh, came back up a little bit, right? To take out any of the weak hands, and then it pushed, right? Got down below the cloud, came back up. We've just been chopping around for the last couple of weeks with some high volatility. So it's made for some very interesting days, right? So Friday being one of those, right? Close this gap, and then came back up. So here we are at the cloud, and then we're still below this downward trend line right here. So, trend is still down to proven otherwise, but if we can push through, these highs right here, right? Then, or push through today's high, we could get another minor pivot through the downward trend line and try to start to work our way back up, possibly through the cloud. So that is that. Interesting. Anyway, so that's basically where we're at here. Let's see. Yeah, so that's where we're at here. So this is just take a look at the dailies at the levels that we tweet out to subscribers, right? So before we start, so you can see we've basically just been hanging out around the daily pivot today, right? So it's kind of this this level has kind of played pretty important yesterday, right? Lots of consolidation here, and we see more consolidation around the zone today. So there wasn't a lot of major price action today, not a lot of movement off of levels. And for the most part, we just kind of came in today. Kind of pushed out, gapped up, kind of faded a little bit, but didn't quite fill the gap. Gave a nice hammer right here, pushed through the cloud, and then chopped around, right? Tried to give one big push here out of it, and then came bañ down, right? And then at the end of the day, kind of showed its hand, just saying, hey, it was pretty strong into the close. So that's so pretty interesting stuff as we broke out of the cloud too. So that's kind of where we're at right there. This is kind of where we're at on the, overall on the daily. So let's take a look here. Let's take a look. There, sorry guys, just check in, make sure everything's coming through. Okay, so this is where we're at in the daily. So this is the kind of the movement through the channel that we've been working on, right? So we worked our way all the way back to the top of the channel right here and came back in, and we're at the pitchfork median line. Right here. Now today is really interesting, right? We have an inside green day, right, at just above the pitchfork line. So that's a test 1, 2, and 3. So now we'll see if that actually holds here, or if we can push up, and if we could push up and get through this resistance zone and get back to the top of the channel, or if we break down and start to see ourselves working for this this pitchfork midpoint line, lower midpoint line, possibly the lower end of the channel. So we'll see. I mean, with volatility as high as it is, anything could happen at this point. So we are definitely in on the fence here, for the most part, which way we're going to go or not. So tomorrow is actually going to be a pretty big deal, right? So if we could break up over this inside day, we would certainly see, some, potentially some further movement to the upside. So good stuff there. So so basically today's topic, basically going to continue looking at different type of systems. And the other day we chatted about this. Yesterday we talked about this. So we talked about the important things about when setting a system, when kind of deciding on a system that we're going to use, right? Number one, we want to know what the win rate is, right? How often do we win trades, right? And second of all, how much profit do we make off of those trades? And then finally, right, how much do we lose, right? What are we putting our risk at? Where are we setting our risk at, right? As we talked about kind of going through that, say just example for 10 trades, I would recommend, going back 100 trades. But just for example, on, 10 trades, if we have 5 winners, right, we make 2 points on each winner, right? Then we make 10 points. If we have 5 losers, right, on a 50% win rate, right, we lose 1 point, per loss, then we net 5 losses right there. So, or we have 5 losses right there. So the total net is 5 points, right, on that system, right? So if we expand that out, it's 100 trades, then we make, 100 points this way, 50 points here. We net 50 points on 100 trades, right? So at that point, those points are basically how, in addition to that is, how much you decide to place, place in the trade, for what the actual profitability is, right? But this is very, very important to know when you're setting a system. So yesterday we looked at the Darvas box and we showed, just even recently on Apple, for instance, that it was a, roughly about 50% or so. But sometimes when you can catch a really good move, those big moves, and this is what the turtle traders were using, right, was could really make a big difference, right? So you can see the huge consolidation here today, and this is using the 5-minute chart. So another thing that we can do, right, another thing that we could look at is, and we've talked about this in the past, is using a moving average type setup. So we're going to talk about a couple different ones. We've talked about crossovers in the past. Today we're going to go back to kind of Old Faithful and finding which moving average works best for the stock that we're trading. So actually, what I'm going to do here with Apple is I'm going to remove the extended hours. Okay, just to kind of make it a little bit clear, and we're looking at just the day trading type stuff right here. And then what we want to do is kind of go back and just find, see if we can find a moving average that is kind of smooth, right, with the with the flow of the stock, right? So this is basically trading off the 5-minute time frame. We can go lower if we want to, but in fact, let's take a look at the 3. Just to get a little more data in here. Okay, we can see a little bit smoother type days. Okay, so let's kind of look and see what kind of follows Apple really well, and then we'll kind of go back and use that for like a back testing type methodology. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll use the exponential moving average just because it moves faster with the price of the stock, and let's see if we can find one that we can smooth with Apple. And of course these things change over time, so even the last time we did this video it could be a different one, but let's just take a look here. Let's try the 9. Okay, so 9 right here is okay, right? But it's kind of in the middle of things. So let's kind of zoom it out a little bit. Let's kind of go up to maybe the 13 is usually a popular one. Okay, so 13 is starting to look pretty good here, right? We're seeing some pullbacks on it, but we're also seeing some cross unders. So let's try to go higher. Let's go to the 21. Right, so here's looking pretty good, right? We see like, a pullback, right? Pullback, kind of an undershoot type thing, right? And then a crossover, right? So this looks pretty good here. So let's take a look. We have this, yeah. So it's looking okay, right? I almost want to just try it, just do a 30 just to see what that looks like. Okay, then once we have this in place, right? That looks pretty good. Maybe even like a 27. We could even try something like that. I know, picky, but if we have a system, you want it to look like it's going to work the best, over time. So let's grab this one more time. Let's just go. Let's say 27. Somewhere in the middle. There we go. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Some nice tags of the 27 EMA for Apple. Okay, and then so what we do is we wait till we can catch a trend, and then we want to trade that trend right off the moving average. So another thing we could do as well is we could add, the awesome oscillator, right? We've looked at that before with moving averages, really cool stuff. So awesome, awesome-o. Right, and so one thing that we might like to do is, as long as we're below the EMA and as long as the the awesome oscillator is down, we could look to short snapbacks to the EMA, right? So, and then same vice versa, as long as the awesome oscillator is positive and we pull back to the 30 EMA, we could look to go long, right? So that's what we would look to do. So that being said, this is just an example. So what we do is we test for a couple days. Right here, we can see we're pretty flat today. So the EMA was flat, so we kind of go there. And then here, this day, we actually start to trend, right? So a little bit sloppy at the open, right? Now the awesome oscillator starts to go up. Okay, so good. So we would look to see here how this does. So we'd do the next pullback to the, to the moving average. And then we'd look to go long. And then lo and behold, that actually was an awesome trade, right? And then we would, look to take profit at some point there, right? And then we would see the next time we get to the moving average, it was here, right? So the awesome oscillator was still up. So we'd wait till we get back over the moving average. And there we go. Another move up right there. Oh, here it goes again. So we take a look here, right? Another move up. So everything's good there. Here, another pullback to the oscillator. So we might consider, right, going long here, right, depending where our stops were and what our system was. But as we see the awesome oscillator starting to cross under here, we might look to get out, right? So this would be a good place to get out, right? And at that point, we would wait. We'd wait for a pullback to the moving average, and we'd try to short it, right? So here, we get up here, tag the moving average, awesome oscillator is negative, we go negative, right? Same thing, right here. Start to go, it's starting to get really, really tight here on the awesome oscillator, so we might like to go long, or we would just wait. Plus, it's at the end of the day, right? This is kind of ideas here. Here we chopped around, moving average caught up, tag the moving average, right? Could go long here. Awesome oscillator is positive, right? Time to go up, right? Here we go. Awesome oscillator is negative. We get below the moving average. We'd look to short here, possibly, right? We might get stopped out on that one, right? So as we look and we continue to go through, and the system, works itself out, we start to get those percentages, see what the win rates are, and then we want to see how successful they are, right? And so it gets a little bit tricky in here, right? Because this might have been a break through the oscillator. Awesome, oscillator got up, moving average was up, right? We tagged right here, right? And we might have looked to go long, but then we would have got caught, right? So we'd have to make sure our stops are right, and then here we would have looked to go short, right? Here we would look to go long, and vice versa, and so forth. So this is just an example of a system. Personally, moving average trading is really tough for me. Obviously it looks good, right? But again, like I said, we have to go back and test those through, historically, to find some good, good numbers based on, whatever stock we like to trade the most, and see how effective that is. So this is just one example of a system, but something to explore. And then if you can get those, those percentages right, and if they win longest, over time, and the stops aren't as, so bad, if you have a better win rate than loss rate, and the amount that you win is more than the amount that you lose, then you're going to win over time, right? And that's just trading, right? So once you have a system, so this is just another example of a system. So anyway, I hope you guys found that helpful. At this point, if anybody has any questions or chart requests, feel free to plug those into the chat window, and we'll get through as many as we can. Try to get done before 10:30 so we can get a good night's sleep for an awesome trading day tomorrow. Let's take a look here. I'm going to post something in here real quick. Shirley has messaged me with several stocks to also take a look at. So I've kind of consolidated those. I was going to do 5, but then a couple of them looked interesting. And one of them is CCI, which is one of our subscribers' favorite ones to keep an eye on. It's really, really cool one to keep an eye on. It's one of those tower type stocks for 5G. So it's pretty neat. So keep an eye on that one too. So very, very good stuff. Good. Alpesh, how's it going? Hello, hello. Julian, thumbs up. Good to see you, man. Good job today for a choppy day, for sure. Cool one. H for hello. I'm pretty sure you mean H for hello, unless you want to look at the letter H. It wasn't H. I thought it was a ticker. Yeah, Hyatt Hotels. So there you go. If you're interested in Hyatt, let's take a look. All right. Oh, what happened here with my my levels? Let me on my volume profile. Give me 1 second. Let me edit this here. I'm going to reduce the opacity to, let's make it 10. Okay, good. Show point of control, yes. Show value, yes. On expansion, no. Okay, save as default. Okay, apply. Good. All right, cool. So if we want to look at Hyatt, is obviously trending down a couple of these volumetric levels, and has a chance at hitting that 69.78. Session, hello. What's going on? I like the emoji there. Very cool. Harvey, hello. How's it going, man? Hope you're doing well. Go bar power. Cool one. How's it going? Good to see you. Alpesh, waiting for the Zoom link. I know. So how did it look when you guys were on the like on Twitter, or you're just general, just waiting for it in the private Twitter? Yeah. B, hello. How are you? Good to see you. Alpesh, yes, good. Cool one. Can we go with Cisco, Zen, and Ring? Yeah, let's take a look. See, thank you for asking on Cisco. It's been one that's been kind of on the radar. Definitely a good, definitely going to. Sorry, so I don't know if you guys follow Mike's charts, but he's so funny. Like, he was definitely that fake meat with KFC. Sounds disgusting, but he just tweeted about it. It's pretty funny. So, all right, let's see. So you have this. Then you have this, and we have, this is the low right here. So that's your level. So with Cisco, we are still below this trend line here. We do have an inside day, right? So it's really important to see where this goes here. So create alert, and let's see. So yeah, so we'll keep on this if it breaks above that trend line to give us a minor pivot up. And then let's take a look here. Real quick before we look at anything else, I just want to look at Snap. I did have an alert go off today. I never got a chance to look at it. I just want to see what it did. Yeah, so Snap is actually looking pretty interesting, guys. We do have a minor pivot here below the downward trend line. So definitely a potential breakout candidate tomorrow or the next couple of days, depending on how strong the market is. If this is good and it's holding that gap pretty well, Snap could be a good one. I'm actually going to add that to the game plan for tomorrow. Okay, good. Sorry. Next was Zen. Take a look at Zen. Yeah, Zen's looking good, guys. And you know, if we, I'm not sure if we did a trend line on this one recently, but yeah, there it is. There's a downward trend line right there. Here's your first minor pivot, right? Nice breakout above it. It just tested those levels again and then continued to launch. So it's looking really, really good. It looks like it's consolidating here, maybe starting like a little bit of a bull flag, and then it needs to get over this kind of the 83 level for it to continue to, you know, kind of work its way up. RNG. RNG, very good stuff here. So let's see. It has been, last time we looked at it, we drew this this channel here, right? It seems to have tried to work its way out, came back up. Let's activate this here. I don't mind keeping the undershoot of the channel there. I just want to see. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that amazing? So, you know, hit the top of the channel, back down, and now it's kind of in the middle of the range. I do like the inside day, a lot of inside days today, but if it breaks to the upside, it could try to work its way back to the top of the channel. So that would be pretty neat there too. So nice stuff. Hey, Session. So Zoom or YouTube? Yeah, no, we're definitely in YouTube. And I think I saw it, like you said earlier. Yeah, there's a little bit of a monthly fee with it. So, but hopefully the quality is okay. Just let me know how that's looking for you guys. Hopefully it's pretty good. I just wanted to use it as a broadcaster because my last broadcaster has been cutting out so much, and you know, we've been losing some of the stream, and that's been, you know, kind of frustrating. So, Brad PG, what's happening? Good to see you, man. Alpesh. Might as well do Zoom stock if we have time. Yeah, let's take a look at Zoom. I haven't looked at it in a while. Let's see. So it was great. Remember, like when we got a 60 anchor on it, and it was a great trade recently, had a great pullback. And look at this. This has been consolidating for a while. So, you know, really with this thing, you know, it's had this minor pivot. At least it's not going down. And it probably is working its way. Well, it's working its way to earnings right here. So we'll wait till it gets to earnings and see what it does, and then we'll try to trade a 15 orb off of it. So it gave us some great moves off of the original 15 orb, right? A nice gap up, some great moves, and you know, gave us some great you know, technical moves on it, which is awesome. So here I'll just kind of put an alert here if it does happen to get up to these levels. So that's basically where we are with Zoom. Let's see. And I'll look, my son, he recommended another like broadcasting software too, which I might try, but this for now seems to be working okay, and it's easy enough to get started. It just took me a minute to get it figured out this evening. So, hey, Nudie Poo, what's happening? Good to see you. Let's take a look. So GE. Oh, wow, GE getting just destroyed as usual. Let's take a look here. So, you know, big move down, guys, and these are the ones that we love, these reversals, right? Now they're tricky, right? So if we, as soon as this loads up here, so oh, look at that, Fibonacci's on GE, goodness gracious, that must have been for a discussion. Okay, so I'm gonna remove these levels too. I think that was probably an old 15 orb. All right, yeah, we're definitely doing some fun here, right? With the with Elliott wave and all that stuff. So, you know, here, even if we went from here to here on this downward pivot, right, we have this minor pivot up, and that's kind of looks like what, you know, we were looking at earlier, right, with that breakout move, you know, potential. So here, if we can get, once it got over these levels, then it gave a really nice move up. And again, it was another minor move up here, which pushed through it. So here we're getting sharp again to the downside. You know, we'll see if they can have any good shenanigans here. You know, looks like an inside day, possibly high 810. And then today's high was 810 as well. Yeah, so inside day today. So a breakout over today's high could give a minor pivot through this downward trend line and then start to work its way back up again. So that could be interesting. Netfry, how's it going? Good to see you. Paul, how's it going? Hey, everyone. Snap. Hey, well, we just looked at Snap, so that's good. And then Twitter is up after hours. Cool. Let's take a look. So Twitter, look at that. It's just been you know, really kind of flagging a little bit, little wedge, and you know, kind of doing this little, you know, triangle type thing right here. So, you know, eventually it looks like it's going to try to work its way up. The trend is definitely up until proven otherwise. Of nice earnings, so it's holding its gap. So, so Twitter could definitely be very interesting, you know, soon. Let's see how it looks like here after hours. Yeah, so nice little push there, and then you said Snap too. I don't know what happened. You know, 3 minutes ago, everything was good. And then apparently something just a little bit of a blah right there on those. But yeah, but nice stuff. I mean, I think there is some potential with it. Okay. Let's see. So awesome. Enjoy Life Apparel. How's it going? Good to see you. Kassan, how's it going? Let's look at TTD. Take a looky look. check out our daily. So TTD is interesting, guys. Really, obviously, really love trading this thing. Ah, look at that. You know, it's so rare you see one of these awesome, like, you know, diamond patterns. I hear that bullish diamond pattern and see it up. You know, I mean, it does give some really cool chart patterns, you know. Then when we had this right here, it was like a double inside week. Remember that? That was incredible. I think those straddles like went nuts. And then now we're just kind of up here. It's, you know, came off of this kind of volumetric level right here, and you know, trying to work its way back up. You know, we have the downward trend line here, minor pivot. So if it breaks out of the minor pivot, we could see ourselves back up here. It's got to get above, you know, all these guys. So that would be you know, 265, you know, 266. If we get through there, we can start to work our way back up again. But what I do like here is the downward, you know, this push down and then the move back up, right? So that could give us a little bit of a move, but we do have this longer term upward trend line that is still below, right? So we could tag that and then see a move. So TTD. Alpesh, yep, awesome. Brad PG, nice, good, thank you. Sharif, how's it going? Good, thank you, Sharif, appreciate it. Cool one. Yep, we're on YouTube, great, thank you so much. Okay, good. Hopefully the link I tweeted out too is good. So Stacy, hello, good to see you. Akshay, Tesla, yeah, it looks like Tesla. I looked at that one today. Oh, it was tough day trading today. I stayed away from Tesla today. It was just blah. Fortunately, it didn't give like any real signals. But look at this. It's you know, it's trying to get back above. You can see this was old support right here. Now it's serving as resistance. We do have an inside day, just like most everything right now. So so we'll see if that can give a little push, right? Maybe get through those levels, and then if it can, you know, then we might see you know, it start to work its way up. We kind of have this kind of downward trend line thing going right now. So we'll see. You know, who knows? Maybe there'll be some shenanigans with it soon that'll give it going again. Elon likes to do that, of course. Darren, would be cool for members to see the Zoom if we are not restricted to keeping YouTube open during meeting, and we can do other stuff while listening. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I don't see why not. So yeah, it would just be the only thing would be like if you had like a question, I would just you know, suggest that everybody, you know, put it in the YouTube chat, because it's hard. It would be hard for me to toggle between, you know, so everybody could share, right? Everybody knows what everybody's asking, right? So that's the, yeah. So we could look at doing that for sure. I could like tweet it, you know, within the room, and you know, as long as you can get to if you can get to YouTube and put the questions in. So, and Boeing, that sounds good. Let's take a look. Hopefully, it is going way up and up after hours. That would be great. So a nice move today. Well, decent move today. Well, decent move anyway. Messy move today, but nice move recently. Let's take a look here. Yeah, so it's kind of drifting up a little bit after hours. That's nice. Hopefully it'll be up like 10 tomorrow morning. Let's see. So we had this. This was kind of the key levels, right, that we had. Right, here's that downward trend line to the low. Gave you that level here. And then we had that minor pivot here, which I tagged as the swing long level. And then originally we swung it from here, right? Because I think the same levels like were corresponding. Anyway, we have that right here. Right, pull back to that level, which is a nice pullback, and then that was the move, right? So now we have an inside day today after a topping tail, like a big topping tail. It's a big volume, right? They're definitely buying, but there's definitely money going into it, right? So they seem to be holding it up okay. You can see a couple of volume levels came in. So really getting over 370, 372 is going to be important for it, and then I think it could make its move to the pitchfork midpoint, the median line of the pitchfork there. So, so it's trying. It is trying. So it is at a median line right here. Just be careful here of that stochastic. That's kind of the only thing with pitchforks. So, so yeah. So definitely keep an eye on it. Hopefully it gaps up tomorrow. Would be great. Sarah, good evening. Heather, good evening. Diz and Roku. Yeah, let's take a look. Absolutely. So Diz, this does seem to be going a little bit smoother than my other broadcaster. I'm not getting as much delays, so that's good. So Diz, amazingly, even after like a barrage of great news, is still kind of held down. Like you would just think with all the awesome news that this is coming out with, that we would have, you know, just more of an amazing move on this thing. But anyway, it's Disney. It's kind of a bigger stock, right? It's takes a while to move, but sometimes when it moves, right? But pretty exciting stuff going on this week. I think, don't they have like that, like their inspiration, you know, expo or whatever. So anyway, this was the last move down. You know, we actually hit a new low here. So this would move the pivot here. So activate this, and that goes to there. And so basically, we're waiting to break out of this downward trend line. I'm just going to remove that altogether. But we're basically waiting to move out of this downward trend line. So we had an inside day today. So let's see if it gives us a little pivot out of here, and then we'll see if it is ready to go long. But definitely keep an eye on it. Don't take eyes off it because it could be up 145 before you know it. And then Roku is just Roku, right? Just doing awesome things. And so, I don't know. I mean, just breakaway gap last earning. I mean, we had a breakaway gap this earning. We had, breakaway gap this earnings, breakaway gap this earnings, breakaway gap this earnings. It's just one that continues to impress. Everybody's been so bearish on it, and I just don't know why. It's for all this time I've been kind of like a perma bull on it. One, because we make money off of it going long, and two, because it's actually a pretty good product. Like their TVs are good, their boxes are good, and and they actually have like kind of a good business model too. Like they make good money off of licensing, to use their platform, and it's high margin for them, and it just seems like a good company. I think that somebody should have bought them out a while ago, and they're starting to get pretty strong here. So, but this is so far this last gap up was good, right? Just a minor pullback. Then we quickly set a new trend up, upward trend line here, and then worked our way up continually. And every time we've pulled back to this trend line so far, it's been good. So yeah, it tagged a new all-time high today. So potential to get more interested in it, right? To try pushing it up, even further. So could be pretty good here. So it could consolidate, could move a little bit here to the side and then go. So yeah, good ones. Harvey, Walmart, and Xilinx. Take a look at Walmart. Yeah, Walmart. This is looking really good. Let's take a look right here. So let me remove some of these drawings. Okay, we go here. Let's take a look here. Okay, so pretty interesting stuff, right? Yeah. So nice gap up, right? Nice gap up with earnings. Nice pullback here. Nice trend line here, right? Nice minor pivot break right here. So I think a push over today's highs could get Walmart going again. And it'd be nice too, because a swing of this, you just can keep a stop just below today's lows, for a potential swing on Walmart. I like Walmart, so remind me about that tomorrow. Tweet me about that tomorrow. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna even add it to the game plan here too. Good stuff. Great alerts. There. And add to game plan. Nice. Good. Next. Wendy, good morning. Hope everything's going well in Singapore. I've got Shirley's notes right here, Wendy. So we'll get to that in just a second. ATRS. This is her watch list for tomorrow. So as usual, she's finding very, very bullish ideas. She does like the penny stocks too, so that's cool. We have an inside day on this one, Shirley. So nice move here. Don't forget, Shirley, you can create another Gmail and then just log in with that other Gmail. Okay. Anyway, inside day right here. So we'll see if it gets that continuation to the upside. Cool one. AXU. Big push up today here to that 223. Again, we've been kind of looking at this for a little bit. It did push down below this trend line here. So actually this gets adjusted. So here we have the new high. This is level here. Yeah, you've been bullish on this one for a while. So it's looking pretty good. So yeah, so I mean, trend is up obviously until proven otherwise. Boot. It gets a little bit trickier with that big day here was after earnings, and it kind of came back down, but it is starting to work its way back up again. So it looks like a nice potential swing. Would have been good here at that volumetric level, good for a good entry. CCI, this is cool. This is like one of those long-term ones, right? We've got a member who's just like, who trades this one and is just like, super bullish on it. It's like, you wonder why, because this thing just moves. When it moves here, super. Moved here again, double super, right? So really, really good stuff there. Pretty interesting stuff. Let me actually, it is actually here at this, I'm gonna keep these up. This is that we did a pitchfork way back here, back in December, I think. And look how much it's climbed, right? So if we looked at it here, we were probably in here somewhere. I mean, it's just been a little bit, it was a little bit rough patch in here, but it held all these fib fan lines. And now it's back up to the pitchfork median line. So it's just been incredible. I mean, just to think that it was down at 104 and now it's up to 150 is just is remarkable. Selge. And I'm just skipping. I can't get to all of them, surely, but I'll get a couple of these. These ones look interesting. So Celgene's interesting, guys. Also keep an eye on any of the Johnson & Johnson opioid type stocks tomorrow. So apparently Johnson & Johnson, got, they lost the lawsuit, but it wasn't as much as they thought it was. And so therefore it's up. But anyway, so interesting little triangle type situation it's got going on here. It could be an ending diagonal, but just just something to keep an eye on. Actually, not really. That wouldn't be an ending diagonal, but trend is up until proven otherwise. So see if it can break through those all-time highs. That would be pretty neat. And then KR. Kroger. So it's trying, right? It's finally got through that pitchfork. I'm sorry, the fib fan median midline, and it's working its way up. So bullish still proven otherwise there. And then mRNA. Here to here to here. Nice pivot right here that broke through today. Sure, that looks pretty good on that. So for a potential long. Nice stuff. Wendy, Apple. And you just had those two. You had to, get you off on that one. So here, I just love these fib arcs, right? So look at Apple, like how nice it was, just following this fig Newton, following the fib arc up, right, and then coming back down to this fib arc, then back up, and now it's just been kind of chopping its way to this one. So it'll be really, really interesting to see how it behaves like in late September. But in the meantime, inside day, right, one of the big things that hasn't been able to get over a couple kind of these key levels. It really needs to get over 215 to start working again, and then 220. These are just two key levels for it to work its way above. And then VXX. But it's good. It's consolidating. It's it held its lows there. So with the VIX and the VXX, right, it's been pretty interesting, right? So we have this low minor pivot. It's actually above it. It broke above that minor pivot, right? So still in general, it is tricky, right? It's kind of working its way, it's kind of in the middle of the range right now. So it's right in this volumetric level. So if it popped, right, we could see it get up to 32, right? And if it, kind of broke down, we could see it get back to that kind of that 25 level. So VXX is another interesting one. It's not quite the VIX, but it is neat. So yeah, so good stuff with that. Modern Picasso, hey, long time no see. Hope you're doing well. SMDC4S, president accounted for. Good to see you. BA as well. Yep, no worries. Yeah, we took a look at that. So, but yeah, BA, working its way up, right? Working its way up. Had some really, really big moves on Boeing. Inside day, a little bit of a pullback today, but still green. So let's see if it can work its way up to the that pitchfork median line on that one. Cool, my pleasure. Brad, Momo, earnings tomorrow afternoon. Nice. Let's take a look and see how that's looking. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's doing like this this type thing. Wow, could go either way, man. Tough to say on this one. I mean, we kind of have this this upward trend line here. It's kind of breaking down a little bit, right? So it's just sort of looks like the VXX almost. You kind of have this big move from here, right? So that would be a huge move. If it could gap up over this level, that would be incredible, right? Then you could see like a really big gap and go on this. I could get some Momo with Momo. Would be pretty neat. Session. So we've got J&J, SQ, EA, and HD. Let's take a look. Yeah, so J&J, obviously, with their after hours type news. Let's see how that's looking right here. Yeah, so a big spike and it's just kind of consolidating here. I mean, J&J has just been so tough to trade. I mean, look at all these trend lines that we were trying to break out and then this consolidation. I mean, it's just like, Modern Picasso and Paul, like, with the Elliott wave is just like, this thing is an Elliott wave nightmare. It's just so tough to catch any real breakouts on it. So really with this one, the trend lines tend to work the best, but it's still a little tricky to get those minor pivots. So just be careful with J&J. SQ. This was working its way up and then it flushed down. Yeah, so here we go. right? So it had this basically downward trend line from its earnings, right? Started to work its way back up, nice minor pivot, and then down. So inside day today, key level to get above is going to be here, getting above the 66, 66.15 or so to try to work its way back up in the gap. Otherwise, if it finds resistance there or here at this, 67.50 level, it could work its way back down, right? Just not hot anymore, EA. Yeah, this was like the move right here, right? Big play right there. And then it's just been chopping around forever. All these gaming stocks have just been so boring. But a little bit of a bull flag kind of happening here on the, just the last couple of days. So kind of keep an eye on that. So if we kind of start to work its way up, it just has so many little minor pivot resistance zones. It makes it really tough. And then earnings have been and then it hasn't really been holding the levels. It's just hasn't been hot, But HD, on the other hand, keep an eye on Hurricane Dorian or Tropical Storm Dorian. Could be pretty interesting. Had a nice gap up, right? With earnings starting to pull back a little bit inside day. Just see if we can get a nice pullback here, maybe to these levels right here for a potential swing long. And we've got ex-dividend coming in a few days. Good stuff. Some rendering issue. Is a little bit slow? I don't know. I'm gonna have to look for another potentially another broadcaster. This is something I'm trying instead of YouTube because or XSplit because it's just been crashing every time I've been using it. So just wanted to try today. But thanks, NetFry. Sorry about that. MTCH. Mesh.com, yeah, it gave us a nice swing entry right here, right, for a move, and then basically just been waiting for a pullback right here. But yeah, if it can get over its 15-orb high from earnings, that could give another pop to the upside. So it was a great move at earnings, though. Robbie, how's it going? Robbie Kumar, how's it going? Target and Tiva, yeah, TGT. Oh yeah, Target, incredible stuff right here. So inside date again, inside doji right here, but it's really looks like it's flagging up here after earnings. Big gap up, all-time highs. So right now, institutions are getting positioned in it, right? There was some profit taking and all that stuff. So definitely look, for a push, maybe even above today's high, inside day up. If we could catch it, could give a nice move on Target for a possible swing to like 110. And Tiva, I think is I don't know. We'll see what it does tomorrow with this opioid stuff. This thing's a penny stock now, which is so kind of disappointing. It used to be fun to trade when it was in the 20s, and then it was like now it's like $7. See that? I'll just put that right there for now. But yeah, basically, it's trying. Let's see how it looks after hours. Again, a lot like Johnson & Johnson. So I don't know. It could be okay. Kassan, no problem. My pleasure. Eric, how's it going? Yeah, Amazon. Amazing move today on Amazon. Guys, Amazon, very bullish on Amazon right now. It was nasty for a while. Everybody was dumping it. But today's move gave a really bullish move. It was kind of interesting. This gave a turtle soup move today. Here, so this was a 20-day low, right? And once we pushed below that 20-day low and kind of came back into it, right, that gives a nice trade right there. And so you can kind of see that through today's price action. We pushed below that 20-day low, yesterday's low, and once we push back through it, we got a nice move up. So Amazon overall is starting to look bullish. That was a very bullish day. Again, now whether that holds or not, I don't know, right? So when I said I'm bullish, I was bullish on the reversal today, but it still has some work to do, right? So we do have this downward trend line now from here to the low to here. So it has to get above that. So it basically still has to break above today's highs. So good stuff. Zigzag Paul, nice. Anderson, what's happening? So he feels that Baidu might be getting its juice back after earnings, or is it dead cat? Thanks. Yeah, so let's take a look at Baidu. I don't know. We'll see. It had a nice pop right there, but look at that. It already ran a steam on the on its stochastic. It's working on it here. It's down here. So a push over today's highs could prove itself. Has to prove itself. That's a possibility. Hey, Choco, how's it going? Yeah, let's take a look. So FibFan, all you do for the FibFan is we've done a little video on this in the past, but you find a high, like a major high to a major low. And so here we'll say that level there to this level here, and you go down to the bottom here, and you click the fib fan tool, you go to the peak to the trough, and there it is. So really, really cool stuff. It gives the Fibonacci levels, here, but then it projects them forward, in a essentially like a trend line like that. So it is cool. It does give some really nice, some neat lines. So here we would have done it from here to here, and we can kind of see if we take this off. So if that was our trough at the time, we could see how it's kind of holding these fib fan levels like really, really nicely, right? Pretty amazing stuff. And SMAR and Docu. Yeah, look at that. We have an old fib fan on this one too. But yeah, so SMA, meant to get a trend line on that. Here. So we go here, here to here, right? So nice breakout through these levels and gave a good push. So now we just had to see, how it can hold, basically this fib fan line here and see if it can work its way back up. It does have earnings coming up pretty soon. And Docu. I wonder how Docu's. Everybody thinks this thing's going to get bought out by somebody. They're pretty good, right? I use them for document signing and stuff like that. But here's your low. I mean, it's just choppy right now. I think we have to wait till earnings on this one just to see what it does. Maybe this time it'll get good. I paid them, so maybe that'll help boost their revenue a little bit. So, so that'd be pretty good. But no problem, Eric. My pleasure. Ravi Kumar, my pleasure. All right, guys. Well, it's almost 10:30, so I hope that was helpful. Good stuff. So we'll just keep talking, about different systems and stuff this week and see how that goes. But we'll continue to, give insights whenever we can on things, and a lot of times some neat ideas come out, through chart requests and stuff like that too. So hope you guys found that helpful. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Again, if you guys are new here, please subscribe on YouTube. We do this every market night, and also check the links in the YouTube description to Twitter, so you can kind of see us there for our charts, and check out positive-trends.com. and kind of learn what we do there. So good stuff. All right, guys. Darren, hey, man, good to see you, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Thanks, Anderson. And enjoy the rest of your evening. And remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game. And I'll talk to you guys soon.